There. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new? Welcome, welcome, guys. Okay, let's see what's going on with you in the end of the month. Whoops. Best message. Best message coming out. See what's going on with you guys. Is taking control. So I just feel like there is some kind of take control. Spirit is talking about making sure that you're holding on tight to your monetary gains for sure. Keep your spending under control. Really watching that, making sure you're not overspending. But it does feel like you are taking control of a lot of situations, no matter what. I just want to kind of clarify on this really fast because it does, yeah, it's progressing and really slowly moving towards what you want. So it does feel like no matter what it is, it feels like you just have to have a little bit of patience when it comes to the Knight of Pentacles, and really hold tight to that, because it does look like you do have some pickup in the pace. When it comes to monetary gains, it just feels like it's coming in kind of slow and surely. Let's clarify on this take control really quick. This card not only clarifies on that the entire reading. You have the Hope, the Star card coming out. So it definitely looks hopeful. It just looks like there's going to be a lot of balance that you need to do when it's coming to the monetary gains area over here. Make sure that you are keeping a budget and keeping invested in the areas that you need to keep invested towards the end of the month. Definitely in recent past you had not enough communication. It seems like there was something that was sliding in communication, a little cold. Someone might have been neglecting a situation when it came to either telling the truth or even communicating, like maybe they didn't get back to you, that type of area over there. So you could have felt like, and maybe even felt they were a little nasty about it. Someone was definitely cold about just the way that they were talking. Take that how it resonates. And then you have the harmony and the inner peace over here, where it feels like everything is just kind of going the way it's supposed to go, and there comes that beautiful balance because of vigilance, right? It feels like you're going to be very vigilant and really taking control of this situation. In the recent past, it shows that you did have some success in a situation. It just felt like if they could have communicated a little better, there could have been a more success. There could have been more money. There could have been more to the situation. It just feels like there was this hold back. Maybe somebody owes you money, and you're waiting for that as well. So take that how that resonates, but it just feels like there could have been so much more than there actually was. In the Knight of Pentacles, it says it is moving. It's just that the direction that it's moving in is definitely a persistent yet slow direction. Not coming in as quick as possible. Watch your anxiety level, because, you know, just make sure that you're remaining positive about the situation. It does feel like you are a little in your head about the situation, that it's not coming quick enough, and maybe that is because somebody dropped the ball or something. Bring yourself out of any anxieties, guys, okay? Because there is a union coming with the 2 over here. So I do see a healthier choices and healthier things going on, and I do see a lot more helping hands. It does feel like there is a person that is around you that can actually help with the kind of status quo that you're going in at this time. So I wouldn't really worry about that too much. So if you feel like, you know, any kind of relationship that's kind of on the back burner at this time because of this situation, you know, maybe they want to overspend too much money. It feels like they're unifying with you more and more of an understanding. So it does feel like the relationship is doing okay. With the Page of Swords over here, it does feel like there is a lot of learning, a lot of communication, as I just said, between you and this other person. So they might even be helping you be more self-assured about the situation, where you might feel a little stress from not having this monetary gains come in as fast as possible. So I don't feel like it's as much of a stressful relationship. If you did feel it was being stressed in the recent past because of this situation of where you felt like somebody dropped the ball or things weren't going that way, it does feel like you are becoming more reunited about the situation as you speak about the situation. So if you are afraid that this is, oh God, here it goes, right? The money is going to cause a big argument. I don't see that. If anything, I see more understanding with the Page of Swords and the Two of Cups, to where they're moving closer towards you in a better understanding way, right? Because it felt like before there could have been a little drama between you and this other person because of money and the money situation. But I see that, like I said, the communication is, yes, doing so much better. It's like you're growing and the communication is growing. But it's because as you become more clear about what's going on, and then you guys are talking about the situation because they see better communication, it's almost like they're becoming more clear of what is actually going on. It's, in this situation, it's nothing you can do. You've already done all the work. All you can do is hold on to the money. Maybe they want to spend a little bit of the money and you're saying you can't do so. But at least now they're having a better understanding about the situation. Yeah, and it could be within a married situation. So if you guys are married and having a little, what we call financial marital disputes, it does look like you could have that great coming together in, understanding together as you're waiting for this ship to come in, as you're waiting for this knight, right? This Knight of Pentacles to actually step forward and actually come through and saying, yeah, just hold on to the faith because hope is on its way as you're waiting for this cycle change. So the cycle will change and you will be out of this as fast as possible. It doesn't, and even if it felt like, you know what, it's been 2 months. Well, when we say as fast as possible, it's not always, it definitely isn't a 2 days, 3 weeks type of scenario. We mean it's not going to be years and years and years or, type of scenario. It is actually something that's gradually taking its way out and cycling its way through. And yeah, I do feel it's because somebody has kind of put you off. I don't think that they made the phone call that they were supposed to do for a lot of you, in which they did therefore drop the ball and made this go through slow. Oh boy. So, but you will have the inner peace, and here comes the judgment call. So everything will become more justified in the end. So you will feel that you are getting the justice that you deserve so that you can actually start moving again. So now you feel like you can take the action where it's needed once you get the communication, once you get the monetary gains, once everything comes through. And once it is, you will have exactly what you need. Then your self-confidence is going to really start boosting, and you'll be able to, spend a little more money and not have to worry so much about, penny pinching the crap out of everything, right? But you definitely will have this other person coming through, though, too. I love the King of Swords because it's saying we're talking responsibility over here. We're talking about how responsible we're going to be. So you might even take on a whole new life of its own by some kind of learning situation about maybe saving money for those rainy days versus, now I don't have to hold on so tight to this situation. So you might actually learn something out of this situation, which is actually going to help a lot of you not having to worry about that. So your worry days will be over. I do think for a lot of you, you are going to learn to actually save and invest a little more money for those rainy days for when things happen. Sometimes this is how we end up saving money. I know that's what happened to me. Yeah. So sometimes it's just the way it works. But with the lovers over here, it's like getting more passionate about everything. And it just feels like if you were in a love relationship, the passion between the two of you is now increasing. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. So the cycle change is definitely there. I do feel like this is some kind of learning thing, though, for you. For a lot of you, it's called sticking to a routine, finding a routine, putting the benefits in, in one spot, and then, having benefits over here, which is, moving money around. And so it just does feel like once you start actually doing something, you're really picking up the pace to right? To definitely change the process around, because I do see a lot of learning. So love that. And maybe you say I already did, but maybe I didn't save enough, right? Um, there is these things like that though too, right? But at least if everything, your status quo of what was will go back to kind of what it is, instead of having to feel like you're, you know, becoming kind of greedy about holding so tight to this money. You know what I'm saying? So over control. Okay. And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye bye.